Welcome back, reefers. Thank you for joining me on our journey, hopefully to creating the most awesome Red Sea MAX NANO reef tank. What we're trying to do on this channel is we're trying to see how hard it is for a complete novice like myself, complete beginner, to run a successful reef tank. And this is where the journey starts. Sorry I'm still in my shirt here. Just got back from work. And I was super excited to update you on how the Aquascape went yesterday and where the tank is today. So I'm going to get you off the camera stand, I'm going to show you around the Red Sea MAX NANO and let you have a little look at how far we've got. So here we go. One thing I was really pleased about is, actually just before we go and look at the tank, is this Reef Glue. This was super impressive. At first, when I first applied it, I didn't think it was going to hold the actual rocks in place. But due to the TMC Eco Reef Rock being very porous, the adhesive is so good at actually holding your Aquascape together. And I will just say this as well, the TMC Eco Reef Rock is worth every single penny. And we managed to create the Aquascape within a few minutes, about 20 minutes or so, because the rock is so well sculpted to start with. It's a great starting point for creating your Aquascape. But let me show you around, and then I'd love to hear what you think about the Aquascape. I'm going to get you off the stand now and show you the tank itself. Okay, so if I bring you a little bit closer, you can see that the Radion is on. The Radion XR15 blue. I've just put it on the white setting so that you're able to see that on, see the tank a little bit better. So if I give you a little shot downwards, sorry, this is a very amateur channel at the moment, so you're getting a bit of a microphone there. So here we go, amateur filming, but you can see from above how cool that TMC Eco Reef Rock really is. Look at the colours there, the purple looking like coralline algae. It already looks like mature reef rock. There we go. So if I can give you a little bit of a view from this side of the glass. Here we go. So hopefully you can see a little bit there. So we've got, I actually used the large section of rock that I wasn't sure about on my previous video. I've used that as a main part of the scape, and you've got a swim through on this side. There's also a really cool arch figure piece which I've used for the right hand side, and then I've got the small island that I've managed to shape off using the chisel and the hammer to create a little island atoll, which hopefully will create a lovely zoa garden on top of there. I'm super impressed. I don't know if you can see the actual swim throughs. There's so many little swim throughs there, about 5 or 6 little holes that the fish can hide away in and swim through. And I've heard that's really important, that every fish in the reef has its own little space, its own little habitat to sleep in and feel safe. And I think this reefscape should kind of achieve that. Let me try and get you back in the tank and show you a couple of things. So there we see, I don't know if you can see the reef glue. Can you see that on that bond there, where it's bonded in a couple of places? There you go. You can see where that reef glue is really set, and that's become a permanent structure. I'm just going to try and lower you right down to tank level now, so you can see inside the swim throughs. And sorry if you're getting some feedback on the microphone, but there you go, you're getting a really good look at the Aquascape there. Let's get you back out. There we go. So love to know your thoughts on the Aquascape. Here is the main angle that we view the tank from, so hopefully you get to see that. My microphone, I've got a new microphone and it keeps making an appearance at the top of the screen. Sorry about that. I do need to clean the glass. So we are going to have sand at the bottom. I'm going to go for the Carib Sea sand, but we just haven't put it in at the moment. I'm going to put that in once I put the water in. That's the plan. So you can also probably see the little Tunzi 6040 is all fitted and ready to go. I've tried to keep it away from the sump, the vent for the sump there, just so it doesn't disturb the water from going back in to be cleaned. And we've also got here as well the updated return filter. There you go, can you see that? So this nozzle is an update from 3D Supreme Print, and this allows for a bit more turbulent flow when the water returns back into the tank, and that will help to aerate and also create some sort of wave effect as well. Let's take you up a little bit. So trying to get you zoomed out here so you can see what's going on. There's the Radians. They look absolutely awesome. They're a super upgrade. Look very smart. Right, okay, let's see if I can show you what's happening behind here then. Give you a little bit of a view. So on the wall I've got the Tunzi Wave Maker 6040 controller, so that's all there, and the D&D temperature controller as well on the wall. Not switched on yet, but that's there as well. In the actual tank, at the back of the sump, you won't be able to see it, but you've actually got right down here, we've got Max Spec Nano biological filtering, and I've also, if I can reach down, again sorry about the camera work, but if I can reach down here, I removed the Red Sea filter sock and replaced it with the upgraded media cup, and that is actually full of biohome media. So during the cycling of the tank, I didn't want to filter out any helpful beneficial bacteria. I wanted them to have places to colonize, so I've actually put biomedia inside the upgraded filter cup. That's all from Dan on 3D Supreme eBay. If you type in Nano filter upgrade kit, you'll actually get something there. So I'm just going to move the tank a little bit so we can see down the back. So we've got the original sump in place, and you can see the sump controller is also moved across to the right hand side to allow for, let me just show you this, to show you how that bracket looks. Can you see the bracket there that's holding the Radion XR15s? It's doing a super job, a really good adaptation. So you can have the original sump controller and the Radion XR15 bracket fitting perfectly and solid. Down this side, I don't know if you can see here, but we've got the D&D temperature controller, that's the temperature bar, 100 watt heater bar, and we've got the Tunzi Auto top off sensor, so that will top the water off when it gets down to a low level. The auto top off that comes with the Red Sea MAX Nano I've taken away because it only lasts for 2 to 3 days. The tank underneath lasts a little bit longer. Sorry that my arm's in the picture. Over on this side we've got the dosing bracket for when I start to dose when the corals are in. Pap's going to have one for alkalinity, one for calcium, one for no-pox, and then a spare one. Obviously I don't know what that's for at the moment, and just it's good to have a spare, isn't it, just in case there's something else. So the hardest bit of the setup for this was actually connecting the return nozzle, this return nozzle here, to the return pump. So fiddly. It took me about 30 minutes to get that fitted. The black ring goes in first, then the rubber seal, which is like an orange rubber seal, goes in second, and then the reverse plate, which then screws clockwise to tighten it up. That was so tricky. We've got the pump down there. I don't know if you can see. We've got the media at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that at all, but that's as far as I can get it. There's the biomedia. I've got a mixture of biomedia and Max Spec Nano spheres. That's what's at the bottom. And I think that's probably about it. We've got the filtration, we've got the sump, we've got the light, we've got the dosing. I think that's pretty much it. So we look like, with the Aquascape in as well, we're pretty much good to go. Let's just return that to there. It looks like we're pretty much good to go with everything. Hope you've enjoyed that little look around on the of the tank. As I say, I was super excited to show you around the Red Sea tank, and the next step really now is to put the water in, to add the water and to add the sand. So we're going to go with the Carib Sea Aragonite sand. It's not very exciting, it's just a bag of sand really, but there we go, that's what we're going to go with. It's not live because I feel that we're going to have enough beneficial bacteria put in anyway. So I've just gone for this. Medium grain, so it doesn't become a nitrate trap. That's the plan. So the sand will go in and the water will go in. The RO water with the salt as well will go in the next few days. And then it's time to cycle. So please continue with me on this journey to try and find out how hard it really is to set up a reef tank and run a reef tank. As I say, I've never even had a goldfish tank. I'm an absolute beginner, a novice. The only reason why I know the things that I know at the moment is because, as I say, I spent 2 months on YouTube following some of the greatest YouTubers in marine, which is Aaron's Aquarium. Love his channel. Give him a like and subscribe. Reef King, give him a like and subscribe. Nathan Willard, Paul UK Reefer, Neil's Aquarium. These are all great YouTubers to follow, and you get so much knowledge from the community. I'm loving my reefing journey so far. I hope it doesn't all go wrong when I start to put the water and the fish in there. So please join me on this journey. Click the like button if it's been useful. Thumbs up.